Are you eating enough carbohydrate to fuel your HYROX training? Today I'm going to tell you exactly how many carbohydrates you should be eating to fuel your HYROX performance. Now, I'm always very reluctant to provide specific numbers on how much you should be eating, but there are some general guidelines and rules we can follow. Starting with your training load, your training volume, your training intensity, because this plays a big role in how many carbohydrates you should be eating. For example, the elite athletes in the sport, your Alexander Ronkoviches, your Hunter McIntyres, who are putting in excess of 15 to 20 hours of training per week at a much higher intensity, are going to need a lot more carbohydrates than yourself, who's only training perhaps 3 to 4 times a week, 4 to 8 hours of training per week. You don't need quite as many carbohydrates to fuel your training, but it's still important that you hit some general guidelines. For me and my athletes, I encourage the range between 3 and 4 grams per kilogram of your body weight in carbohydrates per day to ensure that you're sufficiently fueled. So as a 75 to 80 kilogram athlete myself, depending on how close I am to race day, I would need to eat approximately 3 packs of whole grain rice per day to hit my numbers. Now, of course, I'm not actually going to only eat whole grain rice. You can choose quinoa, you can choose pasta, you can choose bananas, you can choose honey. There's plenty of options, but I would encourage you to experiment and find the carbohydrate sources that really work for you. So the key takeaway that I want you to think about from this reel is that you need to match your carbohydrate intake to your training load, your training frequency, and your training intensity. That's going to look a lot different to the elite athletes. So please, please, please do not be copying them and eating excessive amounts of carbohydrates. 3 to 4 grams per kilogram of body weight is a good goal to strive for. And if you'd like to figure out how ready you are for your next HYROX race, you want some information on how you can train and fuel better, comment score and I'll send you the HYROX readiness scorecard to give you instant feedback on how you can improve. I'll see you on the other side in a bit.